It's 3 key positions now for us all to address. It was 3. I decided it was 3. I asked the guys who were their 3 key in order. I'll start with me this time. I went last time. Mine's a left-sided centre-back / left-back or a centre-back. A backup right winger would be my second. And then I've said DM, depending on a star being available or a goalkeeper. And the reason that I've quantified it like that, and I didn't give you guys the choice to do that. No apologies. I actually don't think there is a star available. So therefore it's kind of goalkeeper. If there was a Rodri or a Declan Rice or someone of that ilk available, go and get them. I just don't see that there is one right now, which means that it's kind of a goalkeeper, which is a bit shit. But I'm okay with that as well, can I just say? Like, I'm okay with the options that we've got in midfield. Do I think Liverpool need a DM? Yeah, I do. I really do. But that doesn't just mean buy another Endo for a year or two. It means go out and get someone who's absolutely world-class and going to change your team. Like Fabinho changed our team, or Virgil van Dijk changed our team, or Alisson Becker changed our team, or Mo Salah changed our team. I just don't think there's one out there at the moment. So I'm okay with Arne Slot going, do you know what, let's wait a year. Let's spend money somewhere else where we need to right now. So yeah, that's mine anyway. I'm sure I'm going to get loads of abuse in the comments, but like, I really truly believe if we go to a 2-man midfield, and I think that covers it up for me. I think if you stay 4-3-3, DM's the top priority. But if you go to a 4-2-3-1 between McAllister, between Kurt Jones, between Szoboszlai, between Endo, between Bajcetic, I think we've got Trent Alexander-Arnold if you want to throw him into the conversation. I think we've got enough players there that can muddle through this season. I don't see Liverpool winning the league this season. I really don't. I think Liverpool can improve. I hope Liverpool improve. But I do think it's now a multi-year plan before we get back to winning the league table. So if we can't do it this year, don't go and buy the wrong guy for 80 million quid just because you think you need a DM. Go and find the right guy. If it's not available now, wait. We did it before with Virgil van Dijk. So stay in order. What were yours? Do you remember?
Yeah, DM would be 1. Then
1?
First choice, yeah, DM.
You said centre-back to me.
I didn't know I was in order when I sent it to you, sorry, Paul. DM was 1.
Does everyone else know they're in order? Okay, sorry.
I remind myself of mine on my phone.
Defensive midfield is 1, because
you stuck with 4-3-3.
Yeah, and
that makes perfect sense to me.
And I half disagree with you in the fact that, I fully disagree. I think I would be happy to buy someone who's better than Endo now, and even if the worldie isn't available, because the worldie might be available in a year or two's time. So I think you can do both. I think whoever you buy now could effectively become the squad player if the worldie comes in. I'd back Michael Edwards and them to actually find someone who's a worldie as well. It doesn't have to be someone who's obvious. Like it doesn't have to be like you go spend £150 million on whoever. So I think that's 1. I've gone. I do think we need a centre back, and I think we need a right forward. And I'm splitting hairs on what's more important. I actually think probably I would put the right forward next, because if Salah gets injured, and that was the first time last season where he did properly get a proper injury, and he's in his 30s now, so maybe he isn't as indestructible as we all thought he was. I still don't think there's anyone in the squad who can play there other than Ben Doak, and he's way too young and way too raw. Everyone else is doing a job. Diaz is doing a job there, or Elliott's doing a job, or Szoboszlai is doing a job, or Gakpo's doing a job. They are not a right forward. I would like us to go and get one of them where you can pick and choose what you do with Mo Salah, and you've got covered if he's injured. It's been since he arrived, really, that everyone who's played there when he hasn't has just been filling in for a little bit. And actually, to be fair, AFCON's at Liverpool's record's been all right, but I am worried now that we're not going to be able to get 50 games of Mo Salah every season. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we do. And to be honest, I think it's good to have an option if he's not playing well. I think for the first time last year, Jürgen started leaving out because of form reasons as well. And I felt harsh on Harvey Elliott because he's not a right winger anymore for me. So right wing's next. The centre back option is weird in that I'm actually very, very comfortable with Van Dijk, Quansah, Konate. I'm fine with that, and I'm fine with Joe Gomez being number 4 if he has to be. But Konate's injury record worries me, and Quansah will have a dip. It just is. It is what it is. You're going to have form things, and also we were lucky last season in a way that you could rest Virgil van Dijk midweek. He didn't have to play Europa League games because he's too good for that. we're in this Champions League and we're extended this Champions League thing now, you might have to look after Virgil as well. So there might be times where he's in and out, or he picks up an injury, God forbid he doesn't. So I do think you need another one. I saw like today, is it Anton from Germany was linked, who's 27. I think I could see Liverpool doing that kind of thing where they've got the experience of Virgil and they've got two really promising young lads and they've got Gomez as the floater. I could see at the fourth choice being like a 25, 26, 27-year-old who might not be the worldie, but he's dependable if you need him. So I would go with that one. If you're making like the big splash signing, I don't think I'd do it at centre-back because I'm willing to... I'd like to see Kwanzaa and Konate given that opportunity to show that they could be the worldie. But I do believe that you could get a DM in that range who could massively make a difference if they can find the right guy.
Okay. Chloe, what about you?
If I'm remembering correctly, I went centre-half first. For all the reasons we've said, look, I think Konate and Kwanzaa are sound options. I think Konate is not available for at least half the season. And throwing Kwanzaa in at the deep end, you know, we've saw what happened when Stefan Bajcetic did that, and I do not want the same to happen to Jarell Kwanzaa because I feel like he's got such a future. I also would still love Andy Robbo, you know, but he is getting on now, and I think I would like someone who can do that hybrid of a left back / kind of centre half role, which might mean that, you know, you can sell Costas and get a bit of money for him that you can then reinvest. So I went with centre half first, just because also if Virgil van Dijk gets an injury, you're starting Jarell Kwanzaa and Konate as your two centre halves. No, that's fine. But when we're in 4 competitions, it's absolutely not okay because who's coming in then? You know, you've got Reece Williams playing for the unders. It'd have to be him and someone else. And I wouldn't be starting Joe Gomez there because he is my cover for me fullback specifically. You know, in terms of if Trent does move into midfield, then he's rotation with Conor Bradley. So I went with centre half. I then went with DM, if I remember correctly.
You did, yeah.
And the main reason is because the biggest upgrade is Wataru Endo. I'm so sorry. I like him. I think he seems so humble. He's a lovely lad.
He's nearly flipped that table over.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I just think if
Endo's winning the league and he's his sides, remember.
To be fair, I enjoy his song in which he says he wins the league. But if the biggest room for improvement on a player would be Wataru Endo for me. So that's why I put DM there. I also, how many times have I said it? I think we're just far too easy to play through. And yes, Stefan Bajcetic, I put him in my team. And I hope he can reach the heights that we all think he can. But also he's been out for a large part of last season, and you just never know how players come back.
It'll take a few months regardless.
Yeah, exactly. And aside from that, I don't think you have an out-and-out like proper defensive player. Everyone's a little bit more attacking minded. So I went with DM, and then I went with right wing because ultimately, look, Salah will play next season a large part if he can stay fit, and he'll demand that happens. But Liverpool have got a decision to make, because if they offer him a contract and it's a 2-year contract or whatever, you've got to think ahead, because if Liverpool lose Mo Salah for free, that is a complete and utter joke from our football club. It just is that simple. You've got an 80 to 100 mil pound player there, and with people can hate FSG, people can hate it all, but it's the way we operate. And if the way we operate is to sell a big money player to then go and reinvest, that's what Liverpool will have to do, whether it's this summer, whether it's next summer or the summer after. The bid from Saudi will always be there for Mo Salah. So
unless you don't sign him on a new contract and he goes for free,
which I can't let if Liverpool do that, I just think it's extremely stupid. So
it might not be their choice.
I know.
Well, that's why you got to sell now. If that's the case.
That's the thing.
That might not be his choice either.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But it is what it is. So yeah, I'm looking at a right winger who can come in, learn the ropes, be the understudy of Mo Salah, and then hopefully be absolutely incredible as well.
Okay, very interesting stuff. And Peter Kenny-Jones finally.
Yeah, I think I went for goalkeeper first.
You don't have to stick it in that order if you don't want to.
That's why I'm happy with that, yeah.
Okay.
You sound like you're not happy with that.
I was just giving you an out if you wanted to change your mind.
The only reason I'm assuming Kelleher is being sold, and that means that
I should put goal in, man.
That Adrian is just like not anywhere near.
I think he's going as well, is he?
He hasn't committed yet, has he? And for how many games Kelleher played last year, obviously Europa League goes away, but injuries for Alisson, I think that is the one weakness if we look at all our squad, where the drop off to the second choice.
It's not very sexy though, buying a backup goal.
Sorry,
number one transfer
a sexy goalkeeper
in a summer where you've got a new manager.
A sexy goalkeeper. Loris Karius was a sexy goalkeeper.
Yeah, get him back. It's fine.
Please don't.
No, please.
It's free.
I'd rather have no goal backup goalkeeper.
Newcastle didn't renew.
Goalie, is it goal? I don't know what is it, where like when you would play five-a-side and it's
goalie in and out.
Yeah.
When this.
I'd rather do that thing.
What do you call it?
I've heard Frenchies. What's that? I don't even know what that is.
Frenchies.
Is
that what people say to you? Come over here.
That's the sexy goalkeeper,
and you just go into the goal.
I thought that was like a type of bulldog that graft
Anyway, goalkeeper. Yeah. And then the next one I said centre mid, where like in brackets defensive minded, but not necessarily a number 6. So like a Declan Rice in that. I don't think he's a defensive mid, but you can put him there. But he can get box to box centre mid. We already said it. I just assume that Slot's going to play too deep. I think we've got a lot of attack in there. Endo was going to win the league, but we need to move some cover for him. So he's the other centre mid. And then I went for right winger, similar with Salah. And sorry to disagree, but
they agree.
They love it. They love it. They think it's time.
Yeah, so I think
Romania
Salah
2-0, by the way.
Well, there we go.
I think Salah not should go on a free, but if he goes on a free, I don't think it's bad at all, because what he's done for us, we don't need to make any money off him. We could, if we get a $5 back for him, that's more than we deserve, because he's done so much for Liverpool. I'm happy.
Talking about Salah?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Are you talking about Saudi, who just pay absolutely anything? I'm not bothered.
I'd rather him stay there for 2 years and leave, guard of honour, go wherever he wants, get double the wages he would have got by buying him off us.
Oh, you're such a bigger person.
I know. I am not.
Such a bigger person than me.
No, but I'm so sorry, mate. Life goes on after you leave Liverpool Football Club, and I need us to be in the best position.
I'd like 100 mil, but I had to stay 5 years and 100 mil after it. But I'm happy for him to have the send off he deserves and to see out his contract. Hopefully, another year extension.
Imagine what that send off would be like if we got 100 mil though. We give him fireworks. Fireworks and flares.
But then it feels like you've sacked it off a bit. That's why I always do when they're getting sold.
He'll do his little speech and it'll be like, "It's all right, but don't worry, because I've got you at 100 mil, and you're going to sign the best right winger there is."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
With that. Well,
I need some sort of money for Mo Salah. He's
so nice and thinking about things.
I love Mo Salah.
Loads of money, our billionaire owners. Let's just ask them for some instead.
Exactly. We shouldn't need the money we've saved and not having to buy another right winger for the last 10 years when he goes, hopefully, is the money that we've saved. But I understand your opinion, but yours is wrong and mine's right. Salah should get the centre off. And then another right winger to learn the ropes, and I agree with that point that you made, and that he should come through. And then, as you said, I think we need to start managing Salah's minutes maybe a bit more, and if he plays 70 minutes of every game rather than 90, you need that exciting young lad for the next 2 to 3 years, who then, as soon as Salah does go for 100 mil for free, he gets to be our main man. That was my choice. Centre back would be the 4th choice, but yeah, I went for that was my order.
My goalkeeper's my 4th choice. Sorry, I'm going for all the fun up in here, and absolutely not.
I had goalkeeper in mind, but it was obviously ousted if we could get a star defensive midfielder.
But also, can I just say, after you said, because you gave me starting 11 and was like, from now, if nothing happens. So when I was thinking about my signings, I was still thinking about Kelleher still being there, by the way, and Adrian.
Yeah, I'd keep Kiev. So that's what I'm doing. But you are right. If Liverpool sell him, that becomes a huge priority, obviously, because, well, they haven't got another one yet because Adrian hasn't signed the contract. It would be Yaros, Pitaluga, wouldn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, and Landers is supposed to be in for Yaros as well, which was interesting. I saw a little rumour about that one this morning.